There comes a moment when the chase finally stops. You stop running after titles, trophies, and numbers. You stop trying to prove your worth through the things you own. And for the first time in decades, you sit quietly and ask yourself, what truly makes me happy? You see, for most of our lives, happiness was a transaction. We bought it. We worked for it. We waited for it to arrive in a paycheck or a promotion. But after 60, happiness changes its face. It's no longer loud or shiny. It becomes softer, slower, truer. It hides in the little things. A warm cup of tea, a phone call from an old friend, a sunrise that feels like forgiveness, and you begin to realize you don't need to earn happiness anymore. You just need to remember how to feel it. Part 2. Life reflection. Story progression when you were younger. Happiness looked like success. The new house, the stable job, the full wallet. We worked so hard to build a life we could be proud of, and we did. But somewhere along the way, we forgot that piece was part of the plan too. Now, the race is over. The world has slowed down. And happiness, it's asking to be found again, not in wealth, but in wisdom. So how do you find true happiness after 60? Let me tell you what I've learned, not from books or numbers, but from time itself. 1. Happiness lives in simplicity. You don't need much to feel full. The older you get, the more you understand that less truly is more. Fewer things, fewer worries, fewer obligations. Simplicity clears space for joy to breathe. It turns an ordinary day into a quiet blessing. Happiness is not in what you collect. It's in what you let go of. 2. Happiness grows when you stop comparing. You look around, and everyone seems to be doing something. Traveling, posting, achieving. But happiness is not a competition. It never was. When you stop comparing your chapter 22, someone else's chapter 10, you begin to see beauty in your own story. You have lived, loved, lost, and learned. That is wealth no one can measure. 3. Happiness comes from meaning, not money. You don't need a fortune to feel fulfilled. You just need purpose. Something that makes you wake up with a spark. Maybe it's tending your garden. Maybe it's calling your grandchildren every Sunday. Maybe it's volunteering, helping, teaching, listening. Purpose turns every morning into a reason to smile. And at this stage of life, purpose is the most precious currency of all. 4. Happiness blooms in connection. The older we get, the more we realize people are the real treasure. Not the ones who stayed perfect, but the ones who stayed present. Call the friends you haven't spoken to in years. Say the words you've been holding in your heart. Laugh loudly. Cry freely. Forgive often. Connection heals what money never could. 5. Happiness finds you when you're grateful. Gratitude turns what's left into enough. It makes peace with the past and trust with the future. Every line on your face is a memory. Every scar, a story. Every day you wake up, another chance to love this life again. Happiness isn't something you chase. It's something you notice. So, what happens after 60? When money no longer defines you, you begin to see what truly does. It's not your savings. It's not your success. It's your stillness. Your ability to sit in silence and smile, knowing you've lived through storms and still have sunshine left inside you. True happiness doesn't come from what you own. It comes from what owns you. Your peace, your purpose, your people, your faith. The best part, you don't need to go searching for it. It's already here, waiting quietly inside the life you already have. So breathe. You've already done enough. Now, let joy come find you. Because after all these years, you finally understand happiness was never something to earn. It was something to remember.